When people heard that Pat Finn had passed away, it shocked everyone. He was only 60 years old, and for 2 whole years he had been hiding a serious illness from the world. Pat was not just any actor. He made millions of people laugh as Bill Norwood on The Middle and left memorable moments on Seinfeld. He seemed full of life on screen, but behind the scenes, he was quietly fighting something nobody knew about. While families were opening presents and laughing over holiday shows, Pat Finn was facing a tough and rare disease. It is hard to imagine how someone could act so joyful while secretly battling something so serious. The disease, liposarcoma, is a rare form of cancer that can grow quietly in the body before anyone notices. It is aggressive, and most people do not expect it until it is very serious. For 2 years, Pat fought this disease while still working, making people laugh, and protecting his fans from the pain he was going through. He did not want sympathy. He wanted people to remember him for the joy he brought, not the battle he faced. Imagine waking up every day knowing that your life is in danger, but choosing to hide it so others can continue enjoying your work. That takes an incredible amount of courage. Looking back at his career now, it is hard not to feel a mix of sadness and admiration. Pat Finn's silence was not just privacy, it was his way of shielding his family from extra pain. The loss hits even harder when you think about how important he was to the shows we loved. You might not have realized it at the time, but he was everywhere that mattered. He was not just an actor, he was part of the golden age of sitcoms. On The Middle, he played Bill Norwood, the neighbor who was always trying to outdo the Heck family or pull them into his schemes. His character was funny and lovable, but now those scenes carry a new weight. Watching him deliver a joke effortlessly feels different when you know the man behind it is gone. Pat had a rare gift. He could make people laugh while hiding so much pain. That kind of talent is disappearing in the world of television. Pat also worked with some of the biggest names in comedy. He appeared on Seinfeld, which was a huge deal. Just being part of that show meant you were genuinely funny. He was not just lucky, he earned his place among comedy legends. He also shared a special bond with the cast of George Wendt Show. They were not just co-workers, they were friends who understood each other's humor deeply. Losing him at only 60 feels like the world stole someone too soon. The timing makes it even harder. His passing happened on Christmas Eve, a day filled with joy and family for so many people. While others were celebrating, the Finn family was saying goodbye to their loved one. His wife, Donna, and their children now face holidays forever changed. Friends and colleagues say the family is proud of the fight he put up, even though it was incredibly hard. This was not a quick illness, it was a battle that lasted 2 years, fought quietly and privately. Think about the quiet moments Pat and his family must have shared. Pretending everything was normal for the outside world while knowing the truth must have been exhausting. Living a double life, celebrated actor on one side, cancer patient on the other, is a burden no one should face alone. But Pat kept going, keeping his dignity intact until the very end. The reaction from people who worked with him shows just how special he was. Even in Hollywood, when news spreads fast, nobody knew the full story. That tells you a lot about the kind of person he was. He inspired loyalty and respect. People protected his secret because he deserved to be treated with care. In a world full of gossip, Pat's private battle stayed private because of who he was. Liposarcoma is not an easy disease. It develops in fat tissue and can hide in deep parts of the body, like the limbs or belly. Often, it is only discovered when it is already serious. We cannot know exactly what Pat went through, but it must have been tough. He worked with energy, yet he was dealing with something that could have taken away his strength at any moment. And still, he never made it about himself. No public pleas, no dramatics, just quiet bravery. We can only wonder about the choices he had to make over the past 2 years. Did he have to turn down roles? Did he miss chances because he needed to focus on his health? The questions are painful because we lost someone who still had so much to give. Let us think about his role on The Middle again. That is where many people feel they really knew him. Bill Norwood brought a mix of humor and heart to the show. He made the cast shine, and his comedic timing was perfect. Fans are remembering their favorite scenes and saying, I did not know. That phrase sums up this tragedy. We loved his work, but we did not know the struggle behind it. Pat Finn's story makes us rethink the lives of celebrities. Who else is smiling for the cameras while quietly fighting something we will never hear about? He reminds us that appearances do not tell the whole story. His final act of protecting others from his pain shows just how selfless he was. He was not trying to be the main star in big movies. He was the character actor that made every scene better. Hollywood needs people like Pat Finn, the ones who support the story and make others look good. When someone like him passes, it leaves a gap that cannot be filled. His work spans decades of television history. From Third Rock, from The Sun to Friends, he made viewers feel at home. Losing that familiar face is like losing someone you have known for years. And the fact that he kept his illness secret shows the pressure actors face to seem perfect. Maybe he felt he could not tell anyone because the industry is so harsh. That makes his choice to stay private even more understandable, but also more heartbreaking. He denied himself the support of millions of fans who could have cheered for him, prayed for him, or sent him love. Instead, he chose to protect his image and let us remember him as the vibrant, funny person we loved on screen. In a way, that was his gift to us. He stayed true to who he was in our memories, not defined by illness. Tributes pouring in from friends and colleagues show just how loved he was. They talk about his kindness, professionalism, and ability to make long, tiring workdays feel lighter. He remembered everyone's name. He lifted everyone's spirits. That is the man we lost, not just Bill Norwood, not just a television actor, but a human being who made the world brighter. Even after his death, his work continues to make people feel something. Watching The Middle or Seinfeld now comes with a mix of laughter and sadness. We see the joy he gave us and mourn the life that ended too soon. We wonder what roles he might have taken, what projects he might have created, and what new laughter he could have shared. Now, the legacy is in our hands. The shows he starred in will continue to play, but everything feels different. We will watch him knowing the full story, feeling the absence behind his performances. It is a reminder that life is fragile. The happiness he gave us is now mixed with the sorrow of knowing he faced so much in private. Yet, that is also the power of what he left behind. Even gone, Pat Finn continues to make us feel something: laughter, nostalgia, and deep respect. We may never know all the what ifs, but we can celebrate the joy he created. Pat Finn's life reminds us of the silent struggles many people carry. He chose privacy, courage, and dignity. He kept fighting, kept working, and kept bringing happiness to millions. His life ended too soon, but the laughter, memories, and impact he left will last forever. Hollywood lost a true professional, a devoted father, and a friend to many. The world lost a light that can never be replaced. Pat Finn may be gone, but his work will keep making us smile, think, and feel. That is a gift no illness can ever take away. His story is a mix of laughter and sorrow, heroism and privacy, showing us the quiet strength it takes to face life's hardest battles. Rest in peace, Pat Finn. The laughter you gave us will echo long after the silence you left.